This is a video review on the W508 that's available on Telecom. It's a Sony Ericsson device and a flip phone. Quite a nice device and a price point at the moment of $199. It did start off at about $399, and certainly at the $199 price point is a good device. So this is the box that you get it in, and it's from the W series, which is of course with Sony Ericsson. They've got the C, which is the Cybershot series, and then you've got the W, which is the Walkman series. So this really is about digital entertainment, and you'll see from the front of it that there's some buttons on here for doing your music. We'll talk more about that in a second. So inside the box, nothing too exciting in there. You are going to get a charger, of course. You're going to get this USB cable. One of the implementations that Sony have had over a number of years is that they've got this silly little device here for plugging in your charger and headset. That sounds great, but of course then you have to use their own headset. Well, in this particular device they've implemented this, which is a 3.5mm sort of adapter. It's got the microphone built into that part of it, and then you can just plug in whatever headset you like into the 3.5mm jack. So that's a step forward. Still would have been nicer to have a 3.5mm jack on the device, but there you go. In there is also the USB cable as well, and that's going to allow you to tether the device. That works quite well. HSDPA in this device, so you're going to get some reasonable speed out of it. The other thing too is that when you first set up the software, it doesn't come with Telecom New Zealand in it, comes with Vodafone, so if you are tethering it on Telecom, you're going to have to add in those APN settings as well. In the box too you get some clip-on covers. Clip-on covers just for the front, not for the back. There's some other bits and pieces in there, and a disc as well, so that you can load the sync software on it. You can also download the latest version, and I think the latest versions also do come with the Telecom APN settings in there as well. So let's take a look at the device itself. It's nice and stylish. It's quite wide for a flip phone, but feels really solid and well built. If we flip it open, one of the things that I really like about the W508 is the buttons on it. They feel quite firm, they feel good quality, and they don't feel like they're going to fall apart. I think that if you've ever had the 510 from Sony, its buttons aren't very nice at all. In fact, I've pulled one of those apart before, and it's a pretty poor implementation of buttons. So this one certainly does feel a lot nicer than that. As I say, from the W series, and the W series, the Walkman, and it's got lots of great implementations for the Walkman side of the device as well. So as you see, you can change your settings and bits and pieces. Let's go to the Walkman right now, and you'll see that there's a whole lot of songs that have been loaded on here. It does have the shake to shuffle function, which some of the devices do have from Sony, particularly in the Walkman section. So I find the Walkman side of the device to be quite good. In terms of the camera, well, the camera itself isn't great quality. It's okay, it's just not great. But one of the things that you can do, of course, is you can snap away, and then the phone has its own Facebook integration here as well. It's not 0.facebook.com, which is obviously free to use on Telecom. This one here will take up data charges, but it does allow you to do other things. You can view a lot of other things that you can't view on Facebook, and rather than just updating your status, as I say, you can also do those things like uploading your pictures and that type of thing. In terms of some of the other functionality inside of here, it's got an FM radio built in. Obviously, because it uses the headset as the aerial, you'll need to have that plugged in, but the FM radio works very well. Some games and bits and pieces in there as well. The settings pretty standard, calls pretty standard, organisers, those type of things. I mean, it's got all the functionality that you should need in a phone, and you know, I really like flip devices, and I think this is a really good implementation of a flip device as well. If you're looking for some of the customizations that have been done, well, Telecom have added their T-World, as they do on all of their phones. So let's just take a quick look at that. The browser comes up pretty quickly. There's no Wi-Fi in this, so this is just running on the HSDPA system. Don't know if you can see that. The screen's a bit bright, but just in terms of what it does, there's a small pointer that comes up on screen as well, which some of the other browsers don't have. And you know, you can get into things like your Telecom, which will tell you about your usage, your data usage, your text usage, and all that sort of thing. So it's really all there. Haven't had any issues with this device at all. We've had it for a couple of months and it's been good. Some of the other Sony Ericsson devices that we've had have had some hardware issues where they'll reboot and do all sorts of crazy things. But this we've found pretty good at this stage of the day. So if you're looking for a good flip phone on telecom, I'm a fan of the Sony devices, and I think they've done a pretty good job with the W508. So it's available on telecom. The price point at the moment is $199, and yeah, get into it.